We all have habits that feel helpful. They feel responsible. That little dopamine hit from checking off a task, the sense of accomplishment from a packed calendar. It feels like you're improving your life, moving forward with purpose. We tell ourselves that a full day is a good day, that being in motion is the same as making progress. But what if that feeling is just an illusion? What if some of our most ingrained routines aren't actually helpful? The truth is, not every productive-looking habit actually produces results. Some of them quietly do the opposite. They drain our energy, scatter our focus, and keep us stuck in a cycle of busyness that feels important but leads nowhere significant. These habits are masters of disguise. They create the powerful illusion of progress while slowly, silently limiting it. They convince you that you're sprinting ahead when you're really just running in place. There is one habit in particular that fits this pattern perfectly, a trap that so many of us fall into without a second thought. It's the default setting for modern work and life. That habit is the relentless need to stay busy just to feel productive. But by the end of this video, you'll learn how to break free from this cycle, so you can stop just feeling busy and start truly advancing. Being busy feels like progress. It's a sensation we've been conditioned to chase, a badge of honor in a world that glorifies hustle. We stack our calendars, fill our inboxes, and race from one task to the next, believing that the sheer volume of our activity is a measure of our worth and our forward momentum. It feels like effort. The exhaustion at the end of the day must mean we've accomplished something significant, right? We mistake the feeling of being drained for the feeling of achievement. It feels like movement. Every answered email, every notification cleared, every meeting attended, it all creates an illusion of propulsion. But here's a critical distinction most of us miss. We confuse motion with momentum. But activity is not the same as advancement. You can fill your day with tasks, small actions, and quick responses. You can create endless movement, a whirlwind of doing that leaves you breathless, and still feel like nothing meaningful has changed. At the end of the week, you look back and wonder where the time went, what you actually built, and why you feel so stuck despite being so busy. Because busyness often focuses on what is immediate. The tyranny of the urgent. It's a reactive state, a constant defense against the next demand that pops up, not what is important. True advancement is proactive. It's about deliberate, focused action on the goals that will fundamentally change your future, even if those actions are quiet, unseen, and don't offer the instant gratification of a checked-off to-do list. This is how the habit forms. You stay active, you stay engaged, you keep moving, but movement without direction creates exhaustion, not progress. Another effect of this habit is how it shapes priorities. You begin to choose tasks based on urgency, not importance. What feels pressing gets done first. What actually matters gets delayed. Over time, this creates imbalance. You feel productive, but your goals remain unchanged. This leads to a subtle frustration, a sense that you're doing a lot. You feel like you're spinning your wheels, busy all day but not moving forward. This isn't a personal failing, it's a pattern, a very common, very human pattern. This is the illusion of productivity. It's the belief that activity equals achievement. We've been conditioned to think that a full calendar and a constant state of motion are signs of success. The mind equates movement with progress. It's a primal instinct. If we're moving, we must be escaping danger or pursuing a reward. But in our modern world, this instinct often misleads us, trapping us in a cycle of busy work that feels important but leads nowhere. But true progress requires intention. It demands we pause the frantic motion and ask a simple, powerful question. What truly matters right now? The answer is rarely everything. Not everything needs to be done. In fact, the most effective people don't do more. They do less, but they do what counts. They trade the illusion of productivity for the reality of impact. Some things need to be chosen. This is the shift from being reactive to being directive. It's about making a conscious choice to focus your energy where it will create the most value, instead of letting your inbox or notifications dictate your day. Slowing down feels uncomfortable at first. It can feel like you're falling behind, like you're being lazy, because it removes the sense of constant activity. But in that stillness, you find clarity. You create the space to make better decisions, to do deeper work, and to finally start moving forward on the things that define real progress. But in that space, something important happens. Clarity. You begin to see which actions matter, which ones don't, and once that distinction becomes clear, your energy begins to shift. Less effort is wasted, more effort is directed, progress becomes visible. This is how invisible habits operate. They don't stop you from acting, they keep you acting in the wrong direction. And once you see that pattern, you begin to question it. Am I moving, or am I just busy? That question changes everything. This episode is part of the Invisible Habits series, exploring the quiet patterns that shape life without most people noticing. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more reflections like this. And in the comments, share if you've ever felt busy but not productive. Sometimes slowing down is the fastest way forward.